Hello, I'm SarahPoet, and it is so good to be with you. I would like to talk about the inner feminine and masculine and how I frequently see female clients interacting with the feminine and masculine and work. And when they are, or when we are beginning to see that we have overused our masculine essence in work. And usually this is what this awakening looks like. This high achieving woman who has climbed career ladders and knows how to take a lot on and knows how to succeed. She awakens to, oh, I've been in a masculine essence. I've been playing by the man's rules. I've been like overusing action, pushing, achieving, using up my energy to get to where I needed to go. Like she knows how to handle anything because she's high achieving. But she realizes that she had to take on some masculine characteristics or energetics in order to do that work. Okay. So there's a mass trend, and I would say that this is what's underlying the Great Resignation, actually. There's a mass trend in women remembering that there is something more and that they don't want to play by these rules of this old game. And then there's a trend that she is remembering the feminine essence. She wants to remember how it is to flow, how it is to listen to her intuition. If you're curious about this, I have a TEDx on this topic. But here's what happens. There's a misunderstanding that happens right here in this space. So if this is describing you, please listen. She almost abandons the masculine internally altogether. So when a female entrepreneur wants to remember the feminine and wants to create a business that is expressing her truest gifts, it's a business of heart and soul. She wants to make this offering of heart and soul, and she wants it to be different than her last job or from her career. And she wants it to be heart-led. How awesome is that? That's so awesome. I think that the answers for where we're going are inside of women. So it's very important for her to touch that space. And what a woman often does, even really smart, really, high achieving women, really well-educated women, abandon the masculine, or like downplay that they don't need the masculine, or that's how they got hurt, or it often brings up all of these traumas around like men and masculine and patriarchy, and oh my gosh, we were just participating in all this and we have so much to reclaim. We do, but we all have feminine and masculine inside of us, all of us. And you cannot run a business on just feminine energy. Listen to that again. You cannot run a business on just feminine energy. We know about all of creation, that all of creation is both feminine and masculine. And so we have participated in an unhealthy masculine that had a lot to do with the workplace and a lot to do with hierarchies and pushing and running us to our edges and depleting our bodies and our environment and all of that. And that's the unhealthy masculine. But we're remembering a healthy masculine. And I think that this is an amazing opportunity for women and women in leadership, women who are inherent leaders. Hey, I know I am. I know you are, if you're watching this. Women who are inherent leaders, remembering the true and healthy masculine. Because where we're going, we can't do this like separation of like fighting against the men and all of that. Like we don't, it's tiring, and it's not where we want to put our energy. It's not even a man problem, really. It's like our misunderstanding of what masculinity was. But guess what? That was in us, and that was in men, and it's in all of us until we wake up to that's no longer working. So you wake up to that's no longer working, and then you're like having an awakening and you want to listen to intuition and you want to create your business of heart and soul. I'm all about it. What does healthy masculine look like? What does the healthy masculine look like in female leaders? This is a big question. And I am going to say that it is one of the most important questions that female leaders can be asking, because here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing two trends. I will call them trends. One, women abandoning the masculine altogether and then financially depleting and wondering why their soul business isn't working. I got your number. The other trend is that women are unaware of feminine and masculine energy, and they think, I guess, or they're just unaware of it, that just because you're a woman owning a business and running a business, that's not just like inherently feminine. And so a lot of women are still using the hyper masculine, hyper unhealthy masculine, pushing themselves, pushing their sales, pushing forward. And that hyper masculine that I would associate with the patriarchy and control and hierarchy, that masculine, they're still actually running it through their system and not realizing it, or more and more women are waking up to that right now. So the place that I love to live in, play in, help women in is like, what does it look like to embody healthy feminine and masculine in your leadership, for your life, for your entrepreneurial business, or for those of you in leadership positions still in the workplace, because that's really important. Like, entrepreneurship isn't just winning, we need to change the systems from the inside out as well. And so I work with women who are still in the workplace and are asking themselves, well, how do I incorporate these more feminine energetics, behaviors, collaborations, etc.? And then the question that I'm proposing is, what is your relationship to the healthy masculine? And I think the women that are asking themselves this question right now are some of our utmost leaders, our top leaders, because I don't want to emulate, I said this in the TEDx as well, I don't want to emulate leadership in the patriarchal masculine, hypermasculine formula. I don't want that. Actually, my feminine system won't even participate in that anymore. After so many years of living like this and asking these questions, it is out of the question that my body or my feminine system participate in those old ways. And so, but as an entrepreneur, embracing the healthy masculine is absolutely important. And it is in the workplace as well. What do we want masculinity to look like? What do we want masculine leadership to look like? Well, my inner masculine leadership has a lot to do with how I prioritize, how I take care of my people and my family and my clients. Incorporating the heart and consideration into how I provide for my people, how I provide for myself, and how I provide even for the inner feminine. Also, I would say that it's my inner masculine that holds like the purpose and the vision for what I'm doing. And the inner feminine, which I've left some other videos about, is, if I can do that with my inner masculine, then my inner feminine is going to be able to touch that intuition and creativity that leads to the right action of the masculine. So we can talk about this in terms of these archetypes and these energetics and these behaviors and these almost like psychologies, rather than always making it about gender. It's not about gender, because I can be in a female body and have a healthier relationship to the masculine than a lot of men that I know. Or I can be in a female body and, women be hyper masculine and emulating those older systems that we're trying to move away from. So when we take the conversation and move away from gender and move away from this like all or nothing polarity conversation, then we can talk about these different archetypal energies that exist within all of us. So if you are looking for a guide in this area, of course, you can reach out to me at SarahPoet.com, and we will talk about what is going on for you in your journey, because every journey is unique, every organization is unique, and they're all important. So feminine and masculine leadership in life, in work. It's everything. It's everything. SarahPoet.com. Reach out anytime. Thank you.